Game 3 of the VInet Solutions All Stars Carnival here in South Australia in Woodville Gardens in Adelaide suburbs, and the Pacific Island side on the right of your screen about to take on the SA All Stars. The Pacific Island team backing up straight after a clash where they went down 18-0 to New Zealand, and coming up against a side that many are tipping to be right at the top of the ladder after tonight's games, the SA All Stars, who had a win in their first clash against the Indigenous boys. David Robinson joining me in commentary. Robbo, this one's set to be an interesting clash with SA looking strong so far, and the Pacific Islander boys trying something cheeky first up, and it comes off for them with them coming up through Ramanu Manu for the first play. What a start.
That's not your first choice option for the kickoff to start a game. Wouldn't be mine anyway.
It certainly came off for them with 20-minute clashes here in the at the carnival. You can expect something different. Wasn't expecting something that different, but it's come up for them here, and they have another unconventional offload this time to Fono back on the inside, and he'll play it around 20 metres away from the line. Slow play the ball back to Ramanu Manu and through their 18. This is Niamata Walu, and he goes to ground. The big man around about 15 metres away from the line, just to the right of that right post, and looking threatening, looking very threatening. The strength, the speed, he bounces our way from 3 or 4 SA defenders, and the Pacific Island side through Benji Fono getting across the line, and what a start from them.
Wow, nobody would have thought they'd seen this early in the game, Dan. After what we saw in that first game between the PI side and the New Zealand boys, the PI boys have turned it straight around. Little trick kick off to start. A couple of good hit ups in them bow. Benji Fono crashed over line. 2 or 3 defenders carried with him.
Benji Fono, he's big, he's strong. He's the captain of this Pacific Island side. He played a starring role in their defeat first up against the New Zealand side, but what a reversal from the form, or the lack of it, we saw in the first game for this Pacific Island side. They've turned it on within 60 seconds.
Yeah, wow. As I said, they probably really struggled to gel in their first game, but at this point in time, mate, they've got the points on the board. This kicks everything to make it 6-0. So.
Fred Williams nails it, 6-0 early stages, Pacific Island.
And as I said, this has really put the fire up the SA All Stars side. They've all but sprinted up to the try line.
And what a start from the Pacific Island All Stars side. 6-0, that conversion successful from Fred Williams, and powerful one, winding up from his own goal line, winding up after their first loss. They look powerful, they look energetic, they look all the things that you want them to here, this Pacific Island side, and they'll bring it away. Second tackle about 30 metres away from their line.
They've done a complete 180 from the earlier game, but so far the SA boys, very strong defence. We've got Tomlinson and Edgar. They've put a good couple of tackles on this set so far.
They have, and getting involved there. Ike and Boom, the number 6 for the SA All Stars side, heavily involved in the first game, and involved in the fence there as a deep and high kick comes from the Pacific side, testing out the left winger in the defence there for the SA All Stars. And some powerful defence, 2 in the tackle there, driving him back a couple of metres. Number 6, that's Tata for the Pacific Islander side, and it's again another strong tackle centre ground there. This one from the number 12 for them, Benji Fono. He was involved in a lot in their first game and heavily involved in the early stages here, but the first half break for the SA All Stars side, they bring it up close to halfway, and this does not look good at all with
Jay Gears. By the looks of it, he's been tackled, and no, it's not nice. It's not nice at all, Dan.
Not at all. I think it was Pacific Island players calling out for help as soon as that tackle was effected, and we've got trainers on the field. We've got some more about to run on. This it doesn't look good at all here for Gears, Jay Gears, for the SA All Stars side.
That was the thing. It was a great run.
Jay Gears going off the field after that very nasty and awkward looking tackle. We hope he's all right. He's getting attention and we'll get plenty more of it as well. But play back underway here with his SA All Stars teammates continuing and going over the halfway against this Pacific Islanders side. Of course, they're trailing 6-0 at the moment with the PI side getting on the board early and taking it here about 10 away from their own line and bumping into each other. The communication and the navigation wasn't the best.
He's thrown the hands up in the air and say, it wasn't me, I wasn't in the road. But yeah.
It wasn't either of their faults, was it, of course, as the PI side come away with it after a long break in play. So we'll see what happens with the momentum here. It was all with the Pacific side early, and it might still be as they throw a cut out to the right-hand side and try and get some of the bigger players running against some of the smaller wingers and centres on the flanks. A move which worked superbly for New Zealand against them earlier this evening, and getting the ball back, a good offload, a good step off the right, some holes opening up and Pacific Island side exploiting them. Look at his speed, look at his legs go, but great defence there, some cover tackling on the number 4, and not enough to stop the PI side. Over they go, backing up well and converting something that came from nothing really. Number 5 going over there, Sorelli Tuiloma, the number 5 for the Pacific Islanders, 10-0 with a kick to come.
Wow, where did that come from? Well, I'll tell you where it came from. Big Benji Fono got the arm free, a couple of defenders on him, and he's just popped the ball out the back. He's got it to their fullback, and why, geez, he's got some toe on him, Dan. We just saw him open up there. He weaved through, come up to the fullback, Scotty Bradshaw, and Scotty Bradshaw made the tackle, but he's just sort of thrown the Hail Mary back inside, and lo and behold, they've picked it up, and 6 points, or 4 points for the try and kick to come.
That's everything that the Pacific Island side would hope for, exploiting opportunities. As you mentioned there, the man with flicking the pass back involved in everything, Benji Fono. He's their go-to man. He's their point player and getting the ball back and really just aware of the opportunities, eyes open, brain switched on, and playing some great rugby league so far this clash.
Yeah, well, Benji, he picked up player of the tournament last year, so he's definitely got some quality about him. But he will be in the thick of the action for the PI guys tonight.
The bulk of this match still to play out, and the conversion attempt here from Fred Williams, successful with his first, but not with his second. We'll stay at 10-0. Iken Boom with the low, short kickoff for the SA All Stars side. Through the legs of one, onto the hands of another and into his chin, and that's the kind of leaders play that you'd hope for from the SA All Stars captain, Hayden Iken Boom, and getting his boys together to pack the scrum.
They've put all their eggs in the one basket there. They've gone for the short kickoff. It's come up trumps for them. Worse, if it didn't come off, PI boys had the ball 40 metres out from the try line, tackle 1. So here we are, we've got the scrum packed. Tommy Rawl about to feed it, and 30 metres out, or about 28 metres out from the try line, and every opportunity in the world here for the Aussie boys to get across the line.
Royal feeding it, kicking it to himself, not off hands, went backwards, and they go here through the 4. This is Brookfield trying to make something happen down that left-hand side. And trying to get the offload away, he does. The dribbling ball bounces into the hands of the 9. That's Steve Lee for the SA All Stars side. He'll play it about 15 metres away from the line, looking promising here. Going out of acting half, but losing it for the SA All Stars side, and that is a set squandered.
That was young Bradshaw, went for a little scoot down the blind hand side, and the ball came loose.
The Pacific Island side getting an offload away, look to go forward, but not directed that way, say our 3 officials this evening, and they continue out of acting half, but a very good tackle there affected by Nathan Bush, it looks like there for the SA All Stars side, and number 10, Adam Levi. looking back at the referee, appealing for something, not getting it. Instead, it goes through the 17. That's Ezra Bailey, and he'll get into acting half again. Pretty active so far in this one, and goes out to the blind right, looks inside and hangs on to it. But again, plenty of offloads from the PI side. This one not coming off, coming into Wykenboom's hands. Not a man he wanted to go to, and makes it to 20 metres away from the line. They're still getting back the PI side. They might even get a penalty here and some more sets, but they've got the momentum, the SA side. They wouldn't want that, and it goes through their 7, holding it up. Flat ball to their 18. This is Bush again. Ball going out to this right-hand side. They've got the numbers. Stepping back on the inside and losing it. Losing the ball. Mayhew. The line was beckoning but couldn't get there. The SA All Stars side losing the chance and losing possession, but a great opportunity there. Of course, Eichenboom involved, and some great hands coming out here to this right, but to no avail, Robbo.
No, geez, they've squandered the opportunities, unfortunately. So they're playing with good tempo. They're doing everything right, but just can't get across the line. They'd be feeling very frustrated in their efforts right about now. It's the biggest halfback you'll ever see out there right about now. Benji Fono standing next to Tommy Royal.
It's a bit of compare the pair. It's Royal that's feeding it. It comes out the back here. This is Lee. Lee with the second man pass. Back to their number 1. This is Brayshaw. Their headgear on, trying to get to the line, but some strong defence. Pushed back there by Tuilomu. And they go out to this line left. The pass wasn't great. Not held on to there by Jay Brookfield, the centre for the SA All Star side, putting it down.
Once again, that's ball security and missed opportunities. It's really starting to hurt the SA side. It'll be less than 10 minutes to go in this game. They're 10-0 down. They can't afford to waste these opportunities anymore. They're parked down in this end. So unless they get it over the line, it's really looking good for the PI side.
Very much is, with around about 10 or so to go in this clash. And we'll see it come out here again. Some of the biggest backs you'll see in rugby league for this Pacific Islanders side, as well as Benji Fono, the world's biggest halfback, and they come out here through the left, and some good defence there from the SA All Stars side. They need all of it that they can muster. 10-0 down in this clash. 18 getting heavily involved, and very strong work there, Lee and Levi for the SA All Stars.
Roosters combination there, Dan, from the local club comp.
They go out to the right-hand side, but the numbers, it was somewhat cover defence inside their own 20, but the numbers for the SA All Stars side swarmed and affected the tackle. This is a great defensive set here from then, and again, numbers on this their right defensive side up quickly, and not many metres there for the Pacific Islanders side. They're about 30 away from their own line on the 5th tackle, signalled out there in the middle, and a slow play the ball just to add to things. And the ball coming off, was it deliberately played at? Will they get 6 again, the Pacific side? Not being signalled by the referee. That's still the last for them here. The kick coming through, looks like it's going to be covered easily there by Brayshaw, and it is. And with the headgear on, he's off. He twists out of one on the halfway line, makes another 6 or 7 before making it to the PI defence that didn't make it far off the kick itself. But again, ball coming loose early in the set, and we see play break down. The Pacific Islands side, we'll see them pack the scrum. An opportunity they probably didn't think they'd have about 30 seconds ago with that scrappy last play, but they'll have the loose head and feed on the 40.
You could see the captain Eichenboom going straight up to the referee, definitely not happy with that decision. He believes that Ezra Bailey has reached around and knocked the ball out of Stephen Lee's hand, even basically before he's cleared the ruck there, Dan. So didn't even get an opportunity to pass or anything, and has been knocked out. But that's how they saw it, so we'll go with this.
Again, ball going to ground. It's not very wet conditions. It is a bit chilly here in Woodville Gardens in Adelaide suburbs, as Eichenboom goes for the quick tap, always aware of these things, goes through himself, most of the team offside, and over he goes. The second try he scored like that this tournament. He is a clever footballer, and they're on the board for the first time in this game. The SA All Stars side, they're down 10-4 with a kick to come.
A little bit of karma there, Dan. I think from Mistake there from the PI boys. Hayden Eichenboom, aware as anything, straight in, got the ball and took off. Once again, he's beat 4 or 5 PI defenders to get to the try line. Big pressure on this kick for Carl Edgar.
He is as smart, he is as clever, he is as wily as any footballer you'll see from what we've seen so far from Hayden Eichenboom in this All Stars competition. The 5'8" for the SA team, he's their captain and he's leading by example so far in this tournament. And the kick, an important one, sails over 10-6 with the Pacific Island side in front. Pacific Island side kicking off, leading 10-6 here in this third clash of the competition, and the SA All Stars side are winning their first clash, trying to make it 2, but it's an uphill battle with the minutes counting down. Not long to go here in this clash at Woodville Gardens, but they've got a bit of a roll on. Eichenboom leading by example, and another strong run out there on that left-hand side. That's Adam Levi, the Roosters player, and getting up and playing it about 30 metres away from his own line. Not the best pass out of acting half, but Dickens claiming it and going over his 40. Playing it back here again. Grubbering ball to Eichenboom outside his 40. He puts the kick in. It's a spiralling one, and he gets the bounce that he exactly wanted as well. It dribbles close to the in-goal area for the Pacific Island side. It's fullback on fullback, and the winner in that clash is Bradshaw. Scott Bradshaw from the SA All Stars. What a tackle, earning his side a dropout with the minutes counting down here, and they need a try. They need a converted try to win this clash.
Big chase there. You had Scott Bradshaw, Carl Edgar. Those two boys, they were leading the way. Once again, it was that man Eichenboom. He's copped a scrappy pass, put the boot to it, then got the bounce of the century, and the boys were able to continue with that defensive structure and intensity, and Scotty Bradshaw tackled him in goal. Here's the dropout.
This is the set for the SA All Stars, and it's not a long dropout coming down here through their 9. That's Steve Lee taking the first tackle about 20 metres away from the Pacific Island line. They're trailing here. They need a try, and it looks like they might be able to claim on with the momentum behind them. They go within 10 metres, and that's Ben Tomlinson going within 5 here for the SA All Stars. Back to Steve Lee coming out here through the 17 again. Flat ball to the second rower who goes for the line, and he might have just got there as well. Carl Edgar for the SA All Stars. Indeed he has. It is 10-all with a couple of minutes left here in this clash, and the all-important conversion to come. But the SA All Stars are storming home in this one.
Well, the tides have definitely turned. I'll stand corrected. 10 minutes ago, mate, I'd all but written the SA side off. Nothing was going their way, but wow. Some great chase there. Shallow dropout taken by Steve Lee. Next thing you know, Ashraf Mohammed's got a late ball to Carl Edgar. He's dived across the line. A couple of defenders carried over. And we've got a game. Here's a kick here's one you can tell your family about as the years go by. If he nails this, scored the winning try and the conversion to get it. If it plays out like this, Dan, we'll see how it goes.
And if he nails it, they'll be in the box seat for this competition with 2 wins from 2 games. Carl Edgar lining up to convert his own try, but the kick is not a good one. It is not good at all. It's right of the post, and we stay at 10-all. And the Pacific Island side kicking off. They've squandered a 10-0 lead, and with seconds left in this one, they come up with the football. But not legally, says our referee, and a penalty to the SA All Stars side. They'll have one last shot. Can they post 3 straight tries to win this clash? Not the greatest meter reader that you'll see, only making about 5 or so off the penalty kick, and we see Ashraf Mohammed getting involved in the action again, but some strong PI defence. Andre Fono part of the action there. They'll have one last play here, probably the SA All Stars side, and tripping or slipping and going to ground. Carl Edgar, the man that scored the last try for them, playing it slowly. He looks like he's injured his face, but the SA All Stars side continuing. The fullback for them, Bradshaw, will get the last play of the football unless he can get an offload, which he can't, and that is the first draw of this 2015 VInet Solutions SA All Stars Carnival. 10-all, the Pacific Island All Stars against the SA All Stars, and a sad ending there for the SA All Stars, is still getting attention on the field as one of their big players for this clash.
Yeah, as you see, Carl Edgar unfortunately he sort of slipped as he got to the line, and Ezra Bailey sort of copped him with a little lazy arm, and I think his nose is halfway across his face right about now, so he's not a pretty man to start, so yeah, it's probably not going to hurt him too much.
Robbo, you can say these things, I can't. You coach and are with these guys week in, week out. He was one of the try scorers, Carl Edgar. Hayden Eichenboom also getting onto the score sheet for the SA All Stars as they made a classic comeback after the Pacific Islanders side put 2 tries on early. Let's go down to the field.
We're here with Ezra Bailey after a very close game. How are you feeling about the boys' performance today?
To be honest, it was a very tough game. The first one against the New Zealanders, we lost it, but it kept us all warm up for the second match. And we had a draw, I think, But the boys did right, better than the first game. So thank you.
Anybody in particular that you want to give a shout out to?
To all the boys, Pacific Island, the Island Way boys. We got the last game against the Indigenous. Let's get out there and win the last game. Thank you very much. And hi everyone back home. Love you guys. PNG. Bye.
Thanks, Ezra.
I'm here with SA fullback Scott Bradshaw. Now, Scott, an interesting result at the end with the draw.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, our boys have done well, and so did the PIs. They're all big, so when they're big, it makes it like we're smaller. But yeah, we gave them a good run for their money, 10-all.
Exactly, you must have been proud of the boys. Looked like the game was gone for a while there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we were 10-0, and with a 20-minute game, we had to hit back quick, and we did.
Obviously, you guys come up against the Kiwis later tonight. What do you guys need to work on before that game?
Oh, pretty much keep it the same. I mean, the Kiwis and PIs are kind of the same, so just take what we did from the PIs into the Kiwi game.
All right, cheers. Thank you very much.
10-all, the first draw of this All Stars Carnival. The Pacific Island side turning it around after their first up loss to New Zealand, and the SA All Stars still at the top of the ladder, but not with 2 wins. From Dan Conifer and David Robertson, thank you for watching this episode. Catch you next time on NITV.